In this video, I'll actually be doing a look at the F9-L, which stands for large, wireless earbud. Now, this is actually ranked as the second best selling wireless earbuds in Shopee Singapore for under $14. Now, till date, as I'm actually recording this particular video, it has actually sold over like 6,300 pairs. And it has actually a rating of 4.8 star. The seller actually claims that it has like dual mode, it has extremely long battery life, it can actually also double up as an emergency power bank, but are they actually good? Well, stay tuned because we're going to find out all the answers right now. Hi everyone, this is Johnny here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for those of you who is actually the very first time, visiting my channel and looking at my video, welcome, all right? Do make yourself comfortable, all right? So now today I'll be actually looking at the review of the F9-L, stands for large, wireless earbuds. Now this is actually a pair of wireless earbud which I actually bought from Shopee Singapore about a month ago during their 11/11 promotion for less than $14. If you actually missed my unboxing of the F9-L wireless earbud, do check out the description below. I actually included the video link so that you can actually look at it, after you actually completed watching this video. So, but of course, before I actually start on my review, on giving my thoughts about what is this earbud about, do smash the like button, alright? And more importantly, subscribe to my channel, alright, so that you can actually receive the latest notification on my upcoming video. Alright, so first up, I'm going to be actually talking about the overall design. Now, as you can see from here, right, the design itself, it's pretty huge, it's pretty large. Alright, that's why the naming convention, F9-L, large. Alright, so now the design itself in terms of the exterior, now the top lid is actually shiny, as you can see from here. It's actually a shiny surface, alright, and then the rest of the casing is actually matte, alright, matte finishing, alright, and of course, as you can see from here, there's actually no logo, alright, all around it, which I like it personally, because I prefer a more minimalist approach, all right, instead of having all the logos all over the place. I don't really like that. That's more my personal preference. Now, in terms of the earbuds, now if you're going in, as you can see from here, all right, personally I don't really like this fingerprint here, that shows this there's no way to actually remove unless you're going to scratch it off, or use some kind of like thinner to remove it. The design is pretty slick. I mean, it's matte throughout, and when you take it out, you see this LED light here, all right, blinking red and blue, all right, to show that it's actually in pairing mode. Bluetooth is actually on. Flat bump, all right. So this area whereby you see the fingerprint logo here, that's where the touch control are, right? But of course, I'll come into the touch control a little bit later, all right. Just want to focus on the design itself. Now, the ear tip which is provided, okay, the ear tip which is actually provided, all right, so it's actually, I would say it's pretty thin. As you can see from here, it's pretty thin. I don't really like it, all right. It doesn't really provide much comfort. If you're someone who's very concerned about comfort, you might want to swap out, might want to take this out and swap it with other ear tips which are thicker, okay, and it actually provides you more comfort. All right, now moving on, if you look at the back, you'll see two power connectors. All right, you see two ports. One is actually a micro USB, another one is actually a USB-A. Now, the micro USB at the top, this is actually the charging in. That's where you actually charge up this entire charging case. The USB-A, it serves as an emergency power bank. All right, but of course, don't use it too much because even though the battery capacity is 2000 ampere, milliamps, but it just serves as an emergency. All right, that's why I want to emphasize the word emergency. All right, it just used as a backup. Now, in terms of passive noise cancellation, I think pretty decent, due to because it's actually going in ear, it goes into your ear canal like halfway through. So it does block out some of the basic noise, like whenever I'm traveling from home to work or from work back to home, I'm on the subway, I'm on the MRT, it will block out some of the sound, some of the noise, but not to the extent whereby I'm not aware of the surrounding. I will still be able to hear the station announcement, they're telling me what's going on, what's happening, what's the next station. Yeah, so these are the things that I will be able to hear. But of course, don't expect active noise cancellation. There's no active noise cancellation with this particular earbud. All right, and moving on in terms of touch control, personally, I don't like it. Why do I say that? It's because it's pretty sensitive. It's like, there's a lot of times whereby I'm just adjusting, like I pull out, like I take out the earbuds, I put it into my ear, and it's like I'm adjusting it, it says power off. It's like my finger is just brushing across it accidentally and then it says power off. It's like I'm not even over it. I'm just like at the side, as you can see, I'm like my fingers is at the sides. It's not even over at the front. It's just at the side, and then just about 2 or 3 seconds later it says power off. It's like, what? So it's way too sensitive. This is something which personally, I mean, for consumers out there who are like me, it is very, very irritating. Other than that, the touch control is pretty basic, like one tap, answer phone call, end phone call, next track, pause. No, sorry, not next track, pause or play, double tap for, next track, previous track, triple tap for activate like Siri's Google Assistant. Besides that, there is no inbuilt volume control within the earbuds itself, all right? So this is, usually I would recommend to actually control the volume from your phone rocker, like volume up and volume down. It's much better this way, all right? And of course, there's no inbuilt EQ for you to adjust, so it's pretty basic, I would say. All right, now other than that, now in terms of whether is it usable for like workout and gym, now even though this particular earbud has no IPX claim, but you can actually wear it for jogging. All right, I've used it, I wear it for jogging, it's perfectly fine. I mean, I feel very comfortable, I don't get any ear fatigue, surprisingly, coming default with the ear tip provided. All right, when I go for like 1 hour jog, 1.5 hour jog, I don't really feel any ear fatigue. All right, so that's something to take note. Now moving on to the next segment, whereby we are talking about the battery life. Even though the seller itself claims that the battery life of the earbud is about 4 to 5 hours, but based on my own usage on a day-to-day basis, when it comes to listening to music, when it's at like 50%, I can only get about 2 hours, 3 hours max. All right, that's on 50% volume. On phone calls would be about 2 hours, but the claim actually comes in when I was using it for like Zoom calls and Skype call. I was able to use it for those long webinars, that's like 3 hours, 4 hours long. Perfectly fine. All right, so that's something to take note when it comes to if you're actually intending to get this particular wireless earbud for your work from home. 4 to 5 hours is okay for those long webinars, or if you have any long meetings through Zoom or Skype or Microsoft Teams, it's perfectly fine. All right, now in terms of charging, it can actually hold a lot of charge. Like if you look at here, it still has like 82% battery life left, which is very long, which is very good, because that would mean I would probably only need to charge it once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, depending on your own usage. All right, which is very good. All right, but in terms of charging up the earbuds, it takes about 45 minutes to fully charge it up. The good thing is that you can actually charge the earbuds independently, right? Which is very good, right? And of course, in terms of how long it takes to charge up the case from 0 to 100, I've yet to go to that point, all right? But so far, based on my one week usage, I was able to reduce the battery life down to about 40% during my 1 week trial, all right? So moving on to the next one. Now, in terms of connectivity, initial pairing is pretty easy. The moment you take out both earbuds, Bluetooth will be activated, pairing mode will be activated immediately. You just need to switch on the Bluetooth function in your smartphone, and then you will see F9-L appearing on the list. Click on that, it will pair automatically, and once the pairing is done, the good thing is you can actually use the earbuds independently. Another part of connectivity, now this is something which I would want to put more emphasis onto it, is that in terms of the stability of the connection, I realize there's a major problem with the stability of the connection, especially when it comes to listening to music. And this happens on a very regular basis. Is that the moment both earbuds are paired, I hit on my Spotify, I start playing to music. About 30 seconds into the first track, I start to get latency. That means I start to have either the left side or the right side of my earbud, it start to break away. It start to lose connectivity. I'm not too sure why. It could be because this particular set which I have is faulty, but it happens frequently. I mean, for as long as I'm listening to audio, I'm listening to music, the latency is there. So this is something really to consider if you are thinking to get this particular wireless earbud, all right? But of course, moving on, in terms of audio quality, surprisingly, the audio quality for phone calls is okay. I mean, there were many times I was out in the public, I was walking in the streets, I was making phone calls. The person on the other end was able to hear me loud and clear, bearing a little bit of echo. Yeah, which is surprising. Yeah, for a wireless earbud of such a low price. All right. Similarly, when it comes to Zoom call, Skype call, audio quality is perfectly fine. When I was using it for gaming like PUBG, Fortnite, it's okay. There's stereo left and right, but nothing more than that. Okay, so it's pretty okay. So my final verdict is that would I actually recommend this to anyone? For music, it's out for me because due to the latency, But of course, for any of you out there who actually owns a similar pair of F9-L wireless earbuds, if you have a different experience, please comment below. Let me know, because I really want to know whether am I the only one out there facing this problem when it comes to music. But in terms of, let's say, if you want to get this wireless earbud for, let's say, working from home, you want to use it for like WhatsApp call, you want to use it for Zoom calls, for Skype call, for Microsoft Teams, yes, I would recommend this because of the longevity, not just in the earbud, but also in the charging case as well. All right, I won't be surprised that you will be able to use it, on a single charge for like 2 weeks or even 3 weeks. All right, but other than that, from my point of view, I don't really see why this particular wireless earbud is the second best selling wireless earbud in Shopee Singapore. Considering that I was facing so much, agony and irritation when it comes to its basic function, which is listening to music. All right. So for me, it's not worth it. All right. So you hear it from me. That's my review and my thoughts of the F9-L wireless earbud, which I bought from Shopee, okay, for under $14. Thank you so much for watching this review. I hope it actually helped you to decide whether is this particular wireless earbud worth it for you to purchase. All right, depending on what you want. So if you like my content, do remember to smash the thumbs up button. And more importantly, it would be fantastic if you could subscribe to my channel if you like my content, so that, and switch on the notification, press on the bell so that you can get the latest notification on my upcoming video. Anyway, that's all the time we have for this particular video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.